Hello friends, welcome to today's session. This is Krishnamurthy and I am currently pursuing Master Advanced Diploma in Acupressure Healing Sciences. Today we will discuss on a topic which is based on a shloka which says Yatha Brahmande Tatha Pinde. So let me share my screen. I hope you all are able to see the screen. Basically, the statement, those who all have studied Ayurvedic acupressure would have definitely heard this shloka, Yatha Brahmande Tatha Pinde. In simple words, it means that as is the cosmic body, so is the human body. In other words, human body is a replica of cosmos. How is this? And let's try to understand deeper about this statement. So this statement is one of the most complex um, statement, or I should say it is one of the most simplified statement of an extremely complex phenomenon. It is just like it is an equation. It is just like when we write 3 plus 2 is equal to 5, or a plus b is equal to c, or any of the equations. For example, Einstein's famous equation E is equal to mc square, where in any of the equation we are telling what is on the left side is equal to what is on the right side. So this statement, Yatha Brahmande Tatha Pinde, tells that cosmos is equal to human body. So what on the left side it says cosmos, Yatha Brahmande Tatha Pinde, means as the cosmos, so is the human body. The complexity of this statement is so vast that easily thousands of PhD level research paper can be presented on just this one statement. Why is it so complex? It is because this statement encompasses the entire cosmos or the entire existence, and it correlates to the human body or the human existence. You could imagine how many PhDs would have been done on the human body, starting from a cell to the system to the entire human body. So this statement has enormous amount of meaning and depth to itself. So let's not get into the nuts and bolts or the details of the statement, but we will try to understand only the concept, and that would be essential for our understanding. So let's take an example of what I have shown in this photo and try to understand this concept. In this photo, like a rasam or a sambar is being scooped out in the serving spoon. And this is where we can apply that statement. As is the sambar in the bowl, so is the sambar in the serving spoon. So if we translate that original shloka or statement into this, it would translate this way. The sambar, what is there in the bowl, is same as the sambar which is there in the serving spoon, isn't it? The same ingredients which is there in the bowl is there in the same ingredients is there in the spoon, serving spoon also. The ratio of, let's say, salt to the liquid is same in both the bowl and the serving spoon, and the ratio of the spices is also the same in both. The color, the texture, the taste, all of is the same of what is there in the bowl and what is there in the spoon. So Yatha Brahmande Tatha Pinde can be translated into the sambar same which is there in the bowl is same as the sambar which is there in the serving spoon. So let's try to understand a little bit further on this. We can also see an ice cream being scooped out from the container. Here also we can apply the same principle and say the ice cream in the scoop is same as the ice cream in the bowl. In an effect, if this correlation holds good, then it means that this human body is just scooped out from the cosmos. It is the same thing, but it has been scooped out and put into a different format. So how is that? Let's try to take these examples. For example, there is earth, an agriculture field, and from this field, the ingredients of what we eat comes, like the fruits, the vegetables, the grains, etc., come from the soil. And these fruits, vegetables, grains we eat, and that food that we eat gets converted into this body. So we can see that correlation. The soil is turning into food and the food is turning into body. So the soil, or we can say if we transverse back, the body is nothing but the food and the food is nothing but the soil. So when we have an equation like A is equal to B is equal to C, we can see that we can easily say that A is equal to C, because the body is nothing but the food and the food is nothing but the soil. So therefore the body is nothing but the soil. Along with the soil, it is the air, the light, the water along with it. So we can say that the human body has just been scooped out from the mud and converted and given in the form of a biodegradable machine, which is trillion times more sophisticated than what any machine which human being has created. So let us try to get into a deeper understanding of the same statement. The Yatha Brahmande Tatha Pinde can be applied to this analogy where there is a balloon and there is a air in the balloon. This air in the balloon is same as the air which is outside. It has just been captured and put into one container like substance or a thin non-permeable membrane is separating the external air and the internal air. Here we can say that the external air is the cosmos and the internal air is the human body. It is basically the same air, but if you put it inside a non-permeable elastic material, it becomes a balloon. The only thing here is there is no exchange of internal air with the external air because this is a non-permeable material. So what is there inside the balloon stays inside the balloon. What is outside the balloon stays outside the balloon. There is no any permeability or exchange of air happening in this case. But when we take an example of human body, it is just the same way as we saw in the balloon. There is an external cosmos and there is an internal cosmos. The only difference is that there is a continuous exchange between the internal cosmos and external cosmos. How is that? So from the external cosmos, the food gets into the body and after digestion, that digested juices becomes the body and whatever is the waste gets excreted. So the external cosmos is getting consumed, converted into this internal cosmos, and whatever is the waste gets back into the external cosmos. The same with the air. The air is breathed in, the oxygen is taken in, converted into carbon dioxide, and left out. And the same is with the water and other things. How is it constantly being permeated from the external cosmos to the internal cosmos? One is what we know as the food, water, and air, which comes in and goes out in a different format. Water is consumed in the form of liquid, and also it is passed out in the form of urine and sweat. And the air, as I told, comes in as oxygen and goes out as carbon dioxide. Food comes in as food and goes out as stool. But along with that, these are the visible macro level of exchange. But at a micro level of exchange, constantly there is, the skin is breathing oxygen. So there is exchange between, in the at the skin level. The body is sweating and absorbing the moisture from outside. When the moisture is excess here, it throws out, and when the moisture is needed here, it takes the moisture from the outside. Similarly, at many levels, which is, many of them are visible and many of them are invisible. So at the level of vibrations, for example, the sun rays fall and it is coming in, and at some way, the same rays is going out. And another example could be the radiation or the waves. For example, the gravitational force is also impacting the body. The waves are entering the body and the waves are leaving the body. So what what we can learn from this figure is that what is there in the external cosmos will get into the internal cosmos in one form or another, either in the form of food, water, air, or the vibrations or the radiations. So we should be extremely careful on what we put into this external cosmos. Are we polluting the external cosmos? Are we throwing garbage into the external cosmos? Are we putting plastic into the external cosmos? Be careful. It is just a matter of time that that plastic that you have thrown into that external cosmos will slowly leach into your internal cosmos. All the pollutants or the effluents which is being thrown into the external cosmos invariably will has to reach this internal cosmos, the body, and it manifests into many forms of diseases. So this is a nutshell explanation of the Vedic shloka Yatha Brahmande Tatha Pinde. Hope this explanation or the session was useful to you, and it was able to rekindle some of your curiosity in the acupressure sciences. Friends, I have enormous amount of collection of acupressure related books, and I am very interested in reading those books, but I need a sustained motivation to read those books. Hence, I have come up with a plan where I would read these books, and once a week for about 1 hour, I will summarize what I have read and I will teach the subject to all of you. So it is currently I have decided that it will be about 1 hour a week on Friday between 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And this series, I have named it as Books to Brain. So whatever knowledge which is there in books, it will be useful only when it reaches the brain. So if it is not reaching the brain, and if it stays only in the book, it is of no use. And the topics which I am planning to read or discuss in the sessions would be mainly on acupressure related subjects, and all the subtopics under acupressure, such as TCM, Ayurvedic acupressure, basics of human body, any disease specific discussions, and any brainstorming sessions, question answer sessions, or any other topic which is based on a popular demand by those who join the sessions. And these classes I am planning to take it online on Zoom, and it would be done in English. And the fee is a very tiny amount of fees which I am charging. It is just 1000 rupees for one full year, that is 52 weeks of subscription. So it will come about less than 20 rupees per hour, so which is an extremely um, good, uh, extremely affordable fee. And at any point of time you don't like the content, and if it doesn't reach your high level of expectation, you could just let me know, and I will refund the entire amount of 1000 rupees back to you at any point of time in the course. And if I discontinue the course for any reason, if I'm not able to take the course and stop it in between, so I would refund your money on a prorate basis. For example, if I have taken it for 6 months and I am discontinuing uh, taking after that 6 months, then I will pay half the amount, which is 500 rupees. So, what is my credibility to take these sessions is that I have an engineering degree in electronics and communication, and I have done my MBA from IIM Lucknow. Sorry, IIM Lucknow. It is one of the premier institution from in India. I have completed 4 semesters of acupressure learning in Ishan slash Aspis, and I've attended a huge number of classes being taken by distinguished faculties. And so this is my credibility. I also had presented one paper in the ASPES annual conference of 2020, which received a wide range of appreciation on the topic called Mystics of TCM. So, where it was an unexplored topic, which I gave my views on. And in the topic which I would be teaching for that week, I would inform the group one day ahead of time. And if you have any, and I am not planning to share the recordings or any PDF of the sessions, because it would just dilute the learning experience. And the teaching mode will be mostly on e-whiteboard methodology, and the PDFs would be used as and when required. So if and I would highly discourage those who are just looking for protocols to join this session, because these sessions would be more of exploring the ideas, getting into the deeper details of it, rather than just giving the protocol. So if you're looking for just protocol, this is not a good platform for you to join. And if you have any queries related to this program, you could please WhatsApp me on my number, which is 9632317950. And and if you and to get the details of payment, please send me a message. I will forward the payment details to you. And those who already have the payment details, those who have received it through the message, earlier messages. And if you want to join, please go ahead and join and send me the screenshot with your full name and the mobile number, and I would add you to a WhatsApp group, and all the communication would happen in the WhatsApp group, and the classes will be held on Zoom once a week. Any questions on this, please do let me know by WhatsApping me on my mobile number. And also do feel free to inform any of your friends who may be interested in learning these things. One thing, currently, because this is for an entire year, I may not be able to give you a clear picture on what all topics I would be covering. But one thing I could assure is that the topics would be very interesting, and these session would enhance your or stretch the boundaries of your thinking. So this much assurance I would be able to give. So hope I meet all of you in the session, and I welcome you all once again to this unique journey of where a student is trying to learn and teach at the same time. Thank you.